The iPad Pro, the M4 model, has just officially came out, so I'll give you a quick introduction guide on exactly how to use these particular iPads. Now, there's a lot of cool stuff and really cool features that this iPad has up its sleeves, so if you've never used an iPad before, hopefully this will give you a decent introduction on how to use it. There's a lot of cool features. This iPad's going to last you a very long time, so let's get started. On the exterior, you're either getting an 11-inch model or a 13-inch model. These are very, very big sizes. I think you've done a really good job at picking up one of the better iPads you could probably buy with a beautiful display. Now, if you look closely, you're going to see a few things. One, you should be able to see a front-facing camera on the front of your particular iPad, and I had to flip my iPad around because I had it upside down. But if you look at the way that I'm holding it, the power button is on the left side and the volume buttons are on the top side right here. That is kind of, I think, how Apple wants you to hold your iPad. You can hold it the other way too. But because the Face ID sensor and the front camera are right here, I think that's how Apple probably wants you to hold it. So if you're looking at the iPad, the front camera should be right here, and the rest of the bezel is around it. And that's kind of, I think, how Apple wants you to hold it. You have the power button on the left side, the speaker grill's right here on the left side as well. On the very top, you have your volume buttons right up here. This little area right here, which is like a little like antenna band, it kind of looks like, that's where you can have, it's an accessory port almost. It basically allows you to connect your Apple Pencils right here. So that's a little capability we have right there. So if you ever have an Apple Pencil, you connect it right there on the flat side. On the right side, you're getting your USB Type-C port as well as your other speaker grills. On the bottom, you're not really getting much. Now, on the other side of our iPad, you're basically just getting your Apple logo right here. Then you're getting your single camera setup. So it's a single camera with a LiDAR sensor. You're still maintaining flash and everything like that, but it is weird Apple removed that other lens that we had in our particular camera. So it is a little bit of a strange thing, not too sure why they did that. On the bottom, you have your iPad Pro, FCC indications right here. And you also have your 3 prongs, which allow you to connect other accessories like Magic Keyboards and other things like that within your particular iPad. So it's pretty cool stuff. That's kind of the rundown of the exterior of your particular iPad. Now looking at the front side again, you can see as soon as we power it on from its sensor, from its power button right here, you'll come into the lock screen. Now the lock screen will basically just show you your time, your dates. In the top right corner, it'll show you battery icons and all that other information. If you have the cellular model, you might be able to see your cell signals right here and everything. But if you ever get notifications on your particular Apple Pencil, you'll see them come up right here, just like how this notification center pop-up came up. So if you're getting a pop-up like that, you should be able to see it. Now, if you swipe to the side, you'll get to your camera, which is really cool. We have a camera on here. If you ever want to go back or basically go back home, you can always just swipe up. If you swipe to the left side, you'll basically see more little things that we have right here. So these are called our widgets. So you can, basically have widgets for everything, battery icon, Find My, photos. It's a lot of cool stuff that we have here, which is genuinely very awesome. We can tap back here. And if you ever want to go home, basically go home to your home page, you just swipe up. So the same thing works in our home page or lock screen. If you have a passcode or Face ID set up, then you can basically see those and configure those separately. But if you ever want to go home, you can swipe up. Now it comes into our home screen. So within our home screen, we have a couple of different things. We have our widgets at the very top. You can go through and you have your app icons. Then you have your dock. Your dock always stays consistent no matter what page you're in, but all these other things can be customized and moved around, even the dock itself. So let's say I didn't like this widget. I can just hold down on this widget right here, and I can just go ahead and click remove. I can go ahead and remove this widget if I want to. What I can also do is I can do the same thing with applications. If I don't like this app, I can go and remove that app right there. It's another thing I can basically do. Now I can also move around applications. I can hold down an application right here, put an application in my dock. I can remove applications from my dock by holding it down. If you ever want to get out of it, the applications are shaking and you want to get out of it, you can just swipe up from the bottom and that will remove that shaking thing. Now the left side basically just shows you your widgets again. And if you go all the way to the right side, this is your app library. If you get into this panel and you swipe down one more time, you'll see a massive list of every single application that's on your iPad. The reason why this is important is because not every single app sometimes will show up here. And if you're missing an app, you can go back into your app library and find that application in that way. So that's basically that. Now at the very top, like I mentioned before, you can see you have your date and your time. You have your other things there, your battery percentage, Wi-Fi signal. If you want to, you can swipe down from the top to come back into your lock screen looking page. This is just your notification drawer. So if you ever get text messages, phone calls, Snapchats, or whatever on your iPad, you'll see all those things come up right within this page. Now, another thing you can do is if you swipe down from the top right, so if you swipe down from the top right corner, you'll see your control center. So within this page, these are kind of more quick toggles that you can kind of modify within your particular iPad. So if you want, you can just go through and you can, turn on or off your Bluetooth. You can turn on and off Wi-Fi. You can go through and basically go through and change all these other things. I mean, brightness here, you can increase or decrease the brightness. You can increase or decrease your sound right there too. You can do a lot of stuff here, which is genuinely very awesome. So you can modify this whichever way you want to, which is something else that's very cool. And you can customize these within the settings as well. Hopping out of these, if you want to, you can go into any other application now. So an application I like starting off with is the App Store. This app allows us to download and install applications. So it's a touchscreen. You can move your touchscreen around whatever way you want to. The thing I want to demonstrate now, though, is the gestures. So a big thing you can do within your particular iPad is using the gestures. So if you swipe up from the bottom, like I said before, it'll take you back home. But another thing you can do is get into your multitasking panel. So if you want, if you swipe up, then like stop kind of halfway through, this particular page come up, and these are all the applications that you have open on your iPad in the background. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but what I like doing every once in a while is just clearing out all these apps that I have. And you can do that by swiping up on the application. It just clears it from memory. It does not delete the application. It just removes it basically kind of from memory. But you don't have to do this. The iPad will intelligently already do it by itself, but it's just kind of one of those things that you can do in and of itself anyways. So you can just swipe up, kind of scroll through everything right here. And then when you come into this application, you go back into it if you want to. Now, another thing is split screen multitasking. So if you want to, while you're in an application, you can swipe up from your dock at the bottom, and you can drag and drop another application that you may have, and you can drag and drop it on the other side or over an application if you want to, like this. So it's pretty cool. You can have a full-fledged application on the side while you're using another app. You can even grab that application and bring it to the side again like this to split screen multitasking, completely. So it's a very cool thing. I like it a lot. I use it sometimes, not really on my iPad, but mostly on my MacBook. But it's another really cool thing that you can basically do. And because this thing has a ProMotion 120 hertz display, things just perform and feel so much better and smoother, which is very, very cool. Now, another thing I want to show you is basically within the settings application. So if we make our way over to settings, there's a lot of stuff within this app that we should probably kind of get to know. Now, if you ever have any questions or concerns, or you're looking for a settings with a setting optional within settings, you can swipe down from your settings panel right here. You can click on the search bar, which is right here. And what you can do here is you can search for that particular setting. So you can go through and search for, let's say, Bluetooth if you want to find your Bluetooth option. So you can go and find whatever option you have right there. And that in and of itself is another really cool thing. You can just click out of here. But that's a big toggle I'd recommend every single person to kind of get used to when you're using your particular iPad. Now, scrolling through on the side, you'll see a bunch of other things come up. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all this stuff. The general settings option houses one of the biggest settings that I would recommend every single person to do as soon as you buy an iPad Pro. And that is when you click onto your general option right here, you'll see this page. What you want to do is you want to click on software update, which is right here. And what you're going to want to do here is you want to update your particular iPad. So if there is an update available for your particular device, I would recommend going through and updating it as soon as you buy it. The reason for this is because there's already new features, new improvements, security fixes, so many things across the board that I'd recommend going through and installing. And if you go through and install it right here, it's one of the best things you can do in my personal opinion. So I'd recommend doing that. There's a lot of other stuff here that I'd recommend kind of checking out as well. You have multitasking and gestures, accessibility, wallpaper. The list goes on and on. So I'd recommend going through and kind of customizing your settings whichever way you want to. Another cool thing, you can customize your wallpaper. You can customize a lot of stuff across the board. If you actually want to, another cool thing I forgot to hit on is actually with the lock screen. If you want to, you can hold down on the lock screen of your particular iPad just like this. And you can swipe between already existing wallpapers. You can customize your wallpaper. You can add a new wallpaper right here if you want to. If you click customize, you can see that this page will come up. You can tap on a wallpaper right here to add widgets, to change the font of your time and date by tapping on it right here. It's some really cool stuff, but you'll only know this kind of stuff as soon as you start using your particular iPad. So what I'd recommend doing as of this point is to go and get your hands dirty. Just go ahead and just feel free to just jump inside of your iPad and start modifying things, start having fun with it. So I'd recommend going through and just have some fun with your particular iPad. So that's basically how to use your M4 iPad Pro. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.